Hello, hello, hello. This is June Collier, VP of Marketing with MyEcon, and I appreciate this opportunity to spend a few minutes sharing some information about MyEcon. MyEcon has empowered thousands of people financially and has been a blessing to many of those families. If you are hearing about MyEcon for the first time, the name MyEcon is short for My Economy. In MyEcon, we believe the first and most important economy you should be focused on is yours. Let's take a few seconds to tell you a little bit about our company. MyEcon is a 14-year-old, debt-free, technology-driven company based in Atlanta, Georgia. However, the fact that we're the most proud of is that MyEcon has empowered its associates to generate over $450 million in cash flow. Now, how's that for taking care of your economy? MyEcon's mission is to empower people to attain personal financial success. Now, personal financial success means a lot of things to a lot of people. So that we're all on the same page, MyEcon believes that personal financial success is simply having enough cash flow to support our lifestyles during our working years and our retirement years. During our working years, the money is generated as we work jobs or build businesses. However, during our retirement years, the money must be generated by income-producing assets like stocks, bonds, real estate, and retirement accounts. To attain personal financial success, we need to earn enough cash flow during our working years to support our lifestyles and simultaneously invest enough money to build enough assets to generate our desired retirement income. MyEcon recognizes that millions of Americans are struggling to keep up financially, even though they work hard and are well educated. Through observation, MyEcon has narrowed down 5 obstacles that are keeping many from achieving personal financial success. The first obstacle is high taxes. Many people fall into the 25 to 33% tax bracket. That simply means that before you get your check, 1/4 to 1/3 of your hard income has already vanished to pay taxes. The second obstacle is poor credit. 68 million people have poor credit, and bad credit can cost you thousands of dollars yearly in high interest charges on mortgages, car loans, insurance premiums, and it can even cost you lost job opportunities. The third obstacle is too much debt. Debt robs you of your wealth. Most people work 40 hours a week, and when they receive their paycheck, the money simply passes through their hands directly to their creditors, leaving them with very little after paying debt. The fourth obstacle is inadequate savings and investing. Many people are having a tough time just paying for their everyday expenses. And with that being said, they are not saving nor investing hardly any money that they will need during emergencies or retirement. The fifth obstacle is limited income and inflation. Corporate wages are stagnant, and the cost of goods and services are rising each year. For many, it seems impossible to get ahead financially. These 5 obstacles are real, and millions of people find themselves unable to overcome them. MyEcon, however, offers a solution to the 5 obstacles to financial success. You see, our solution is simple. Millions of Americans need more cash flow and better financial strategies. Imagine what an additional $500 to $5,000 or more in monthly cash flow could do for your budget. You could pay off debt quickly. You could build investments faster. You can even buy a new car or even move into your dream home. However, acquiring more cash flow is not always easy. Fortunately, MyEcon has 2 powerful ways for associates to acquire more cash flow. The first way is by using strategies in our income shifting membership. The membership has 5 cash flow strategies and supporting software, which enables our associates to quickly acquire additional cash flow without being a great salesperson. The second method is to acquire additional cash flow by earning business income. You earn the business income by marketing memberships and other retail products. Let's discuss how we increase our cash flow using the strategies in the income shifting membership first. The 5 cash flow strategies in our income shifting membership are correct tax withholding, build better credit, minimize taxes, eliminate debt, and investment education. Now, over the next few minutes, I will discuss each cash flow strategy in more detail, starting with correct tax withholdings. Correct tax withholding. The IRS says that over 80% of employees have too much money withheld from their paychecks for taxes. When employees have too much money withheld for taxes, they lose money because of something called ROI, or return on investment. You see, our money has value, and we can use our money to make money by investing or by paying off debt early. Even the IRS suggests people would be better off if they correct their W-4 to maximize their take-home pay and use it for investing or debt elimination. If someone received an additional $400 in take-home pay and added it to the payment of a $5,000 credit card balance, they would eliminate the debt in just 12 months and save thousands of dollars in interest payments alone. If they invested the $400 into their tax-deductible retirement account, they would save $1,200 in taxes annually and grow their retirement savings quickly. You see, every day we help hundreds of people correct their W-4 and increase their take-home pay by an additional $200 to $500 a month. Correcting tax withholding generates our associates' first cash flow stream. Our second cash flow stream is building great credit with the Smart Credit system. Poor credit can cost consumers thousands of dollars in high interest payments, job opportunities, and even benefits offered to high credit score consumers. My Econ associates use My Econ's Smart Credit system to repair, build, and maintain great credit. The system includes educational videos on repairing and building a great credit score. The system also includes dispute letters, follow-up letters, verification letters, and more. Great credit reduces borrowing costs and generates more cash flow. Building better credit scores generates our associates' second cash flow stream. Our third cash flow strategy is minimizing taxes via the cash flow manager. Because My Econ associates are business owners, they have access to many tax deductions that employees do not. Associates who work at building their business to make a profit have the opportunity to earn income and maximize tax deductions. Many of the potential deductions are things that we already spend money on. Let's take a look at a few potential deductible expenses. Associates who use their personal vehicle to help build their business can take tax deductions for some of the expenses by deducting business mileage at about 56 cents per mile, or by deducting a percentage of expenses like gas, tires, insurance, lease payments, interest on vehicle loans, and the original cost of the vehicle itself. Associates may also deduct expenses for cell phones and internet access. Travel and lodging incurred while doing business can also become tax deductible. And associates may also hire their children to help them in business and pay them tax deductible wages instead of giving them allowances or buying things for them with after-tax dollars. My Econ also provides each associate with a mobile app which tracks income, expenses, receipts, and business miles. We have discussed a few common deductions for the home-based business owner, but there are hundreds of other potential deductions that are available. Minimizing taxes generates My Econ associates' third cash flow stream. Our fourth cash flow strategy is debt elimination. My Econ provides every associate with debt elimination training, which empowers the associates to understand how debt is working against them and the strategies to eliminate that debt quickly. To eliminate that debt quickly, MyEcon shows its associates how to generate extra cash flow that can be used to speed up the process of debt elimination. MyEcon even offers debt elimination software that calculates the debt elimination payoff plan so that the associates can follow this plan to rid their debt as quickly and as efficiently as possible. Debt elimination generates our associates' fourth cash flow stream. Our fifth cash flow strategy is investment education. Investment income provides financial freedom. Everyone needs it and everyone wants it. MyEcon provides associates with comprehensive investment education on investment terminology and strategies, on maximizing return on investment, and on how to own a piece of America. Investing generates our associates' fifth cash flow stream. Only MyEcon associates get the complete income shifting membership as just described. But we also market individual discount products and services retail to the general public. We display our products and services on each associate's website. Associates then refer customers to their website where the customer orders products online and they save money. The system is great because associates can build a successful business without the headaches and expenses of traditional businesses. Some of our key products are our Cashback Mall with over 1,000 stores and millions of products. We also offer discount travel for most major travel brands. Identity theft protection, which also includes free and discount legal services. We offer a great line of health and nutritional products, and we offer our roadside assistance services, plus a few others. Let's now talk about MyEcon's world-class compensation. MyEcon has the fastest pay and promotion system in the industry. The fastest way to earn income in MyEcon is by enrolling new associates into our income shifting membership. The system is fast because we have an inexpensive membership enrollment fee of just $49.95. And every time you enroll a new income shifting member, you are also enrolling a new marketing associate, which builds your marketing team and drives membership sales simultaneously. This process also generates fast, upfront weekly income and long-term monthly residual income on the membership sales. The first member you personally enroll promotes you to Executive Vice President, our first leadership position. You earn $10 on your first enrollment and a 5% match on their base shop earnings for as long as you're active in MyEcon. Beginning with your second enrollee, you earn $50 each time you personally enroll a new member and up to $40 each time one of your team members enroll a new member. Now imagine having 25, 50, or even 100 new members enrolling on your team weekly. Top associates in MyEcon earn thousands of dollars in weekly commissions, in addition to the upfront $50 and $40 commissions. You also earn up to $8 of monthly residual income on active members beginning the 5th month a member is active. You can build a massive marketing team and income fast using the simple principle of 3 is the key. You enroll 3 members and teach your team to duplicate the process. U plus 3 is 9, plus 3 is 27, plus 3 is 81, and so on. Let's take a look at the income potential. To give you an even better example of how lucrative our compensation plan can be, let's take a look at a few numbers. If your team enrolls 25 new members per week, you can earn up to $1,000 weekly. In a year, you would have over 1,250 membership enrollees and can earn up to $10,000 monthly in residual income. If your team enrolls 100 new members per week, you can earn up to $4,000 weekly, and in a year, you would have over 5,000 membership enrollees and can earn up to $40,000 monthly in residual income. And if your team enrolled 250 new members per week, you could earn up to $10,000 weekly. And in a year, you would have over 12,500 membership enrollees and could earn up to $100,000 monthly in residual income. Now, in addition to weekly commissions and monthly residual income on active memberships, you will also earn 60% of the CV on personal retail product sales and up to 25% on team retail product sales. Imagine earning weekly upfront commissions and compounding monthly residual income on thousands of members. MyEcon's income shifting membership and business income system simply makes sense. Thousands of people have increased their cash flow and have made MyEcon one of the fastest growing companies in America. Let's now look at one of MyEcon's best points, the price. When you sign up, you're going to receive a personalized website, our world-class business system, and our income shifting membership. MyEcon handles every aspect of your business behind the scenes. We take care of your website maintenance. We handle all payments and processes. Our exceptional customer service department answers all of your customers' questions. And our shipping department ensures your customers' products are delivered on time. As stated before, when you become a member, you also receive the income shifting membership. Our membership includes our tax withholding training. This has the potential to put an immediate $200 to $500 per month back into your next paycheck. It also includes the Smart Credit System. We are seeing many people improve their credit score by as much as 100 to 150 points in 90 days or less. It also includes the Cash Flow Manager tax record keeping app. This software gives you the ability to track all of your expenses and turn those expenses into potential tax deductions. The membership includes debt elimination system. Learn how to get out of debt as quickly as possible and bring that money back into your own household. And finally, investment education. Learn how to make your money start working for you by bringing you great returns. You get the entire system for an amazing price. You pay a one-time fee of just $49.95, and 30 days after you enroll, you begin paying a small monthly fee of $34.95. The monthly fee covers the ongoing costs for the website and services in the membership. Remember, the fees are tax deductible, and as an actively engaged business owner, you have the opportunity to get thousands of dollars in tax deductions. Many people save more on taxes than it costs them to have the system. So with that being said, get back with the person who invited you to view this video and let them know that you are ready to start improving your personal finances. Get started today and start making and saving money immediately.